Hey, what's up? John Shred here, and today I'm going to talk about the 10 things that you need to know as you're leaving the dealership in the first hour that you're driving your car. Now that you've received this lovely key card Tesla, I mean, how do you use it? How do you get inside your vehicle? There's a spot right here in the pillar to use that, and it unlocks the vehicle. Okay, now that you know how to unlock the vehicle, how do you open the door? They are done, they're flush mount like this for aerodynamics, but if you put your thumb in the big area, it flaps out like that, and then you grab it with your fingers and open. But if you're like me, the last thing you want to do is carry around a card to open the door every time. Thankfully, Tesla allows you to use your cell phone as a key to your car. Hopefully this is set up with Tesla before you leave the dealership, but you can actually add the key card in the app. It's very, very easy. Once connected, you just walk up to the vehicle, and just as I showed you, push, and it automatically unlocks the vehicle. You don't have to worry about the key at all. All right, now that you're inside the vehicle, it can be quite overwhelming. The first thing you'll probably want to do is create a profile. Now, I have one here, but I'll create another one for fun. New driver, we'll call this YouTube. Great, create profile. Now, the first thing they want you to do is to adjust your mirrors and the steering wheel to be at your proper distance. What's weird about this knob, and you don't think about it at first, is that it goes up and down, slides up and down the scroll wheel, but it also goes left and right. It's a little bit harder to push, but just keep pushing, you'll see it'll click. Next is the steering wheel. I mean, it's very similar. It's kind of up, down, and left and right goes in and out. And then when you're ready, you just click save. Now you may be wondering yourself, what is easy entry? Well, easy entry is actually amazing because if there's more than one driver in the household and they're different sizes, my wife is a lot shorter than I am, easy entry allows it so that when you leave the vehicle, it goes to a specific state. And I mean by state is it'll move the steering wheel, it'll move the mirrors, it'll move the seat to a specific location. And so for us, I put the steering wheel in forward and then pull it all the way back, so it's nice and convenient to get into the vehicle. If you do use easy entry, it'll then ask you to set up the easy entry profile, very similar to how you set up your profile. You adjust the mirrors, the steering wheel, and for me, I put everything at the most convenient location for someone. Who knows, if someone even larger or taller than me gets in, I want them to feel comfortable in the vehicle. Okay, let's talk autopilot. When you first get the vehicle, you do have to enable the button. And I'll show you here in the settings. You'll hear there's an autopilot, and then it says here, autopilot features auto steer beta. Yes, you want to use it, make sure you're paying attention, hit the yes button. If you don't turn that on, you cannot use autopilot. Now this here is the base model, rear-wheel drive with basic autopilot, but it still allows you to stay in your lane and follow distance in behind a car. But without that turned on, it will yell at you and say this is not enabled, and you can't turn on unless you're parked. So ideally you do that before you leave the dealership. Next thing, when you're using autopilot, or you want to use autopilot, for the first 15-20 minutes that you're driving, the car needs to calibrate. Happens with every brand new Tesla, you need to calibrate. Once calibrated, it will allow you to use autopilot. There's actually a little bit of it looks like the autopilot steering wheel, the blue steering wheel, and there's a little bar that goes around the outside, and once it gets all the way around the side, it'll flash, and then you're ready to use autopilot. Now, how to use autopilot? Your right steering wheel, you just press it in once, boop, and it enables autopilot. Now you do have the option of either a single click or a double click. I tried it with double click first. I liked it, then recommended to switch to single click, and I have been using that since. It's your preference. If this is your first time using an electric vehicle, regenerative braking may be a shock to you. And I've driven a few of them, and Teslas are definitely more aggressive on regenerative braking than most vehicles. Now, if this is your first time using an EV, you may not know that regenerative braking only works when the battery's warm. If right now you are at the dealership or going to pick up your vehicle and it's cold outside, Tesla has added a new feature. If you go to the settings here and you go to pedals and steering, saying apply brake when regenerative braking is limited. Now, if you don't enable that, what will happen is If you're used to using one pedal driving and having the regenerative braking slow you down, when the vehicle is cold and the battery is not warmed up, it doesn't do anything. And I've shocked myself quite a few times with previous Teslas that you have to really, oh my gosh, put on the brakes. So I'm really pleased that Tesla has enabled this option. If you are a previous Tesla owner and you use the creep feature, now this means when you let off the brake, the car automatically moves forward, very similar to a standard automatic transmission in a normal combustion engine. The vehicle creeps forward. Previously, there was an option where you could turn that on. If you are used to that option, I'm sorry, Tesla has removed it from the Model 3. If you are also a previous Tesla owner, or you maybe have a different charger at home, an electric EV charger, note that with this vehicle, I didn't buy the Tesla mobile one, or the wall adapter, but know that they do provide you with the J1772 adapter with the car. It definitely comes with it. And last but not least, when you go to charge your vehicle, this is different than most of the Teslas. This vehicle, because of the brand new battery technology, allows you to charge it up to 100% every night. So those are the 10 things that you need to know before you leave the dealership. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned to the next one.